I'm warning you right now that one way or another you will be scared, because it's the spookiest night of the year, and it's called NXT Halloween Havoc, so stay at your own risk. At the kickoff it was revealed that Cruz and Waller will battle in a casket match. It gets hot early. Axiom beat Javier Bernal in a dark match. Come on, who cares? Shotzi and Quincy Elliott opened the show and welcomed everyone. Starting with a ladder match. 5 men compete for the NXT North American Championship. Electrifying Nathan Frazer, newcomer Wwe Nxt, match favorite Wesley, monstrous Von Wagner, and 2-time North American champion, the A-champion Carmelo Hayes. It was pure chaos. So many original spots, some teamworks. One thing that comes in mind, Nathan Frazer splashing Von Wagner through the ladder by breaking it in the process. But it didn't slow down Wagner, as he was destroying everyone, and he dropped Wesley via military press onto the commentary table, and it took multiple ladder shots from Wwe Nxt and Nathan Frazer to neutralize Wagner. In the final moments it was between Carmelo Hayes and Wesley, who dropped Hayes with Meteora, slowly climbed the ladder and got his hands on the gold. Yes, Wesley has finally proven to everyone that he's unstoppable and he can do it solo. The most correct winner, nice job. The Druids carried out the casket, and it means that this is the casket match between Grayson Waller and Apollo Crews. Their storyline is very deep and important. One guy is very arrogant and reckless, who tries to avoid fear, while other is very accurate, strategic, and is not afraid of the unknown and can confront fear. Two different personalities who make awesome chemistry together. Waller dropped the elbow and rose up in Kane's style, but Crews did the same thing effortlessly and made it clear that he is not here to play, and he drop-kicked Waller into the commentary table. But Waller poked Crews in the eye with Vic Joseph's pen. The funniest moment of the match, Grayson Waller scratching Crews's eyes and then dropping him right into the casket from up high. Booker T said that Waller capitalized, and therefore he should be the winner, and Waller demanded to be declared the winner. But Apollo Crews took exception to that, and the lights turned off, whereupon Apollo Crews accompanied the Druids, which brought a new giant casket, and the match continued. Crews nearly put Grayson into the casket, but the latter answered with casket-lid shots, and they brought inside the casket. Apollo performed the frog splash. Waller tried his finisher, but Crews slammed him right into the casket and shut the lid to vanquish Waller and celebrate. What a great feud! And now Apollo Crews should be going on to challenge for the NXT Championship, as he wanted it all along. Duke Hudson joins Andre Chase University. Quincy Elliott ran over Lash Legend on the microphone. Shotzi destroyed her physically. The Schism warned everyone that everything what happens next will be done by force. But who are they kidding? Guys like Braun Breaker will still destroy all members of this hypocritical group 10 times out of 10. The ambulance arrives, and it means that we are in for a banger of a fight, where Julius Creed wants to make Damon Kemp pay for all of his actions. But also, if Julius loses, his brother Brutus is gone from NXT. Julius comes out furious, throwing pumpkins into Kemp. Also there were crutches, fire extinguishers, steel steps, wheelchairs, stretchers, containers, and of course steel chairs. It was a slugfest where they were constantly battling near the ring, then near the ambulance, then again back to the ring, and again back to the ambulance, and so many times. I can't avoid one brutal moment, where Kemp tried to shut the second door, but Julius was sacrificing his fingers in order to stay in the match and keep his brother in NXT. And after that moment Julius went nuts and speared Damon Kemp into the chairs, crushed him through the table. He beat all the crap out of him with multiple steel chair shots, powerbombed him onto the stretcher, clotheslined him in his style, and carried him right to the ambulance to shut the door and win the war, and celebrate with Diamond Mine. Julius is great, he's the main event material and could potentially win a world title. The only problem with this match is that it was a bit slow, but for the ambulance match it's not a big problem. Braun Breaker is ready to defend his championship. And what does it mean? Right, it's the main event time. And it's for the NXT Championship. JD McDonald's versus Ilya Dragunov versus the champ Braun Breaker, who is burying his opponents early. Both Dragunov and Breaker wanted a piece of McDonough, and this is what made them fight one another. Meanwhile, McDonough tried to stay away from both of them, and was always waiting for the right moment to strike. And that's where Braun and Ilya started to understand what JD is doing, and they decided to kick his ass together. This match was so chaotic, very speedy, highlighted and athletic. Braun Breaker hit the power slam, McDonough interrupted the pin and tried to steal the win. Dragunov kicked out. Ilya knocked Breaker out with Torpedo Moscow, and just before the 3, JD McDonough stopped referee's hand, and Dragunov became furious and put him down outside, returned to the ring, dropped Breaker, tried one more Torpedo Moscow, but this is where Breaker smashed him with the spear and won the match. JD McDonough is a psychopath, but Braun Breaker is indestructible. He's an iron monster, a machine, the Terminator of NXT. And I don't think anyone can beat him now for his title. This event is the version of main roster's Extreme Rules, but a much more brutal and savage version. Show rating is 9 stars. Thanks, but yes thanks. See you later. Can you dig it, sucker?